let's not forget about something that's going on that I talked about quite a bit. Gold just hit $3,000 right there. Now, if Doge is going to try to reduce the deficit, if inflation is going to come down, and gold being probably the best inflation hedge that exists, why is gold making an all-time high? Well, I know why it's making an all-time high, because a lot of people are abandoning, or a lot of countries around the globe are abandoning the US dollar because of the debt of the 37 trillion in debt and deficits. US dollar is in the toilet. Now you're going to say, Serge, it's very strong against some currencies. Yes, US dollar is very strong against the Turkish lira, let's say, or against some other currencies, against maybe the euro. But the within the country, within our borders, US dollar is in the toilet, right? I mean, what has happened to your buying power over the last, I don't know, 2 decades? Every year you're losing 6 or 7% of your buying power. Now, is your income keeping pace with that? Has your W-2 increased by 6 or 7% per year? No. Adjusted to inflation, incomes are down in this country. So US dollar within our borders is in the toilet, is tank, right? Well, gold is figuring that out. But not only that, what's happening is that a lot of countries are actually buying physical gold. They have figured out, okay, this is trash. Inflation is not going anywhere, because if the inflation was going down and under control, why is gold at $3,000? Well, it's a hard asset, right? And I talked about this many, many, many times. And look at all the hard assets. Now, one part of the hard asset is correcting now, which is stocks. Bitcoin has corrected quite a bit from about 110,000-ish, let's say, down to 78, 80,000. That's a 30% correction. Market is down 10, 12%. So some of the hard assets are correcting. But next is going to be, I think, real estate. And last, I think, is going to be gold, because a lot of countries are buying tons of physical gold. There is demand for it, and that's how they're going to fight the debasing of the US dollar. And I said it, go watch the videos that I put out. Gold is a great inflation hedge. Yes, you cannot carry it, but you can invest in gold in many different ways. You don't have to go buy physical gold at Costco. And I heard that Costco physical gold sales are actually going through the roof, right? People are buying gold bars at Costco. Look where we are. And the reason they're doing it is because they want to protect themselves against inflation. They want to protect themselves against debasing of the currency. And that's one way of doing it. The important thing is to see all these things and, stay in front of it, right? Is gold at 3,000? People ask me, gold 3,000, isn't it too expensive? Expensive compared to what? Relative to what, right? It's been going up because there's a reason for it. There is demand for it from other countries, which are actually getting rid of US debt in dollar-denominated assets and then putting the money into gold. Yes, it's a crowded trade. Yes, everybody's in the boat. If the Trump administration is successful in reducing the debt, if the Trump administration puts the economy in an intentional recession, these are all ifs. If the interest rates start coming down, if inflation is under control, is gold 3,000 justified? No, but it's not for me to say. At the moment, the market is deciding. Again, scoreboard. Argue with the scoreboard, you're just going to fall flat on your face. Don't argue with the scoreboard. What you see in front of you may be right, may be wrong, but that is the current price of a transaction happening. There's somebody willing to buy at that price, and there's somebody willing to sell at that price. And to me, long term, Bitcoin is also going to benefit from all of this. The picture I'm seeing in this is that if we do go in a recession, market's obviously going to sell off, but then rates are going to come down. If rates come down, gold does well under low interest rate environments, and then the money printers are going to start, and that's going to create again inflation. And I'm looking much longer picture now. I'm not looking like 6 months, a year down the road. But that's why gold is going up. That When the printers start again, right? Because we're in a recession, what is the Fed going to do? Start the printers again. That's when Bitcoin is going to, I think, take the next leg up. It's frustrating everybody now, and gold is going to take the next leg up as well. So we're in this cycle, and who's to say after 4 years, who knows who's going to win, right? All this work that's being done by Doge, by cutting the inefficiency, cutting the waste, cutting the fraud, the next administration may completely, just like Trump did in the first week, he signed over 200 executive orders wiping out what Biden did. Who's to say? So, but again, watch the scoreboard. The scoreboard is tells you the truth.